Where growth meets community, we reign supreme.
Hey, it's Cal F. Jackson Green, better know the name. Building up the city while we elevate the game. Only on SKST radio. Wednesdays we lock, street grind on the muscle. Beats by bro, gotta knock, protect, empower, elevate. That's the routine. Virginia Beach rise up when they hear
Cash Green, CAAs, yeah, the city's heartbeat. The Councilman Cash Green Show. Tune in, take a seat.
Hello, everyone. We are live, and I'm so excited for this summer show that I get to come on to SKST Radio. And so today I have a wonderful guest. Wonderful because everyone that I interview, I consider wonderful. So I'm always going to say wonderful. We got to look there too at the camera.
Yes, I feel like
I have a wonderful guest who I met out in the community. As you know, my name is Councilman Cash Green. I'm excited to be here to present this summer program that really highlights organizations or people in the community that should be placed on a wider platform. Normally, I would be taking my iPhone. We would be taking pictures
selfies,
like what we did,
yeah,
selfies.
You do like a selfie.
I do like a selfie. So, and then I said, you know, an opportunity came. So I'm going to introduce to the guest. I hope everyone is watching, Miss Jami Bittner.
He did it.
Now, why that's big? Because I didn't pronounce her last name correctly.
The last 10 times.
Yes.
But
So
we practiced.
So everyone say hello to Miss Jami Bittner.
I just adore you. I don't know what else to say. You're great.
Miss Jami.
Thank you.
Tell them your last name.
Bittner, Jami Bittner. Thank
Okay.
you.
Now, why Miss Jami is so important is it's the work that you do, right? You are, I think, doing transformative work. You are touching the community. Tell us who you are.
Okay. Well, so right now I am working as a transition specialist at CSEP, which is a regional program in this area in Hampton Roads. We cover 7 cities for our programming. But I'm also an occupational therapist. So it's something, I've been an OT for, since 2004. And I've always worked with students in school settings, but I think working with the middle and the high school students and thinking about what life is like for them after high school has been what's really just motivated me to, to do better for our students.
Thank you. I think we need to do a small recap on that.
Sure.
And you're not here as a disclaimer. She is not here representing CSEP. Miss Jami is here on her own accord, just a person that is a community leader. And with that being said, tell us what ages you work with and define the word CSEP to us.
Okay. So CSEP is an amazing program. It's a Southeastern Cooperative Education Programs.
Okay.
And we are a K through 12 regional school. So we don't have separate schools. I mean, we do have a few centers, but we have classrooms within schools that are already in our communities. So we have CSEP classrooms in Virginia Beach Public Schools, Chesapeake Public Schools. We're all the way from Isle of Wight to Portsmouth, Norfolk. So we're all around. And I think we have some of the most amazing staff because we work very closely with our students and with the teams that we're on, all with the goal of helping our students get back to either their base school, because they do come to us with some behaviors, or just, working with them throughout their time with us.
Okay. It takes I think, a special heart, right? You work with, you have teachers, coordinators, and you help them to find a career. Are you a job placement counselor? Is that the best way that we can look at it?
So somewhat. So my role is a little different at CSEP, and I love my role. I think as a transition specialist, so I'm the only transition specialist at CSEP, and what my role is different is because I get to work with the teachers and with the teacher assistants and the ed specialists. We have huge teams at CSTEP for the support of our students. But I'm able to work with them to help them with how can they support a student in the classroom with transition? And are we guiding our families with what they can be doing at home? What can they be doing when they're out in the community to help them with their decisions later on for after high school?
Right.
And it's not just about job placement. It's not just about that career for them. I mean, that's the bonus at the end of it, but it's every step along the way. So transition starts, transition age is 14 and up, but I like to say that transition, and as it should, starts way earlier than that. So I've been in a classroom this summer, and I have 4th and 5th graders, and we were doing career assessments and looking at videos literally this week.
Wow.
And we turned that into a literacy, activity, because it's more exciting for them to look at these different videos and see what careers are like. So you can always start early with transition, as we should.
No, that's excellent. Then tell us about your schooling. How did you get the certifications, the degrees to even be in this field?
Right. So, I went to college thinking I was going to work with dolphins.
Okay.
I was going to be that person working with dolphins and mammals, and I was going to be a marine biologist, and I wanted to do all kinds of things. And I did. I started off that way, and then I went down for a dolphin assisted therapy program through Florida State, and I met an occupational therapist, and it was the most rewarding summer. And I loved working with the dolphins, but at the end of the day, they wanted to fish. And I liked working with the kids who were coming and just dealing with so much physically, and just their parents were going through so much. So that's what made me go to grad school for OT.
Wow.
Yep.
That is incredible. So, I mean, you can teach really about choosing your path. It sometimes may not be what you sign up for.
Yes.
It may just be you being in the community, watching, seeing people, and then you see the light.
Yeah, and I think that's important for our students, because, we often ask kids, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or what is it that you want to do? And it's funny, when they're young, they can usually tell you. They usually have an idea of what they want.
Right.
And they're excited about it. But they want to be like, I want to be an astronaut, or they have these like grandiose, like it's like so great because they're enthusiastic about it. And then by middle school, and I think this is what pulls me in a little bit, by middle school, you start to see that motivation go down.
Right.
And they're not really sure. Right. And then we expect them by high school to say, oh, this is what I want to do. But how do we expect them to really know what they want if they have no idea what their strengths are, what their interests are, what they need to be successful, and they haven't had that experience or that exposure? So I think that's what I love my role at CSTEP for that reason, is because our teams and our school community trainers can take our students out into the community and give them that experience and that exposure to not just learn what the job is, but to learn who they are and what they need and what their strengths are.
That's incredible. We are getting ready to, I think we got maybe 5 more minutes to a break.
Okay. Sounds good. I don't know.
Isn't it up here?
Yes.
So we're going to continue to talk. I want to make sure that this program is sponsored by SKST Radio Network and Podcast Studios. I want you to call the number if you would like to be a guest, or you would like to maybe do your own podcasting.
Yes, it's beautiful here. This is
Isn't this
here.
nice?
I love it in here. Yes.
Or you can call the number 757-391-4352. Where is it located? 5245 Cleveland Street, Suite 209, VB 23462. I'm back, and I'm speaking with Jami Bittner. I don't know, right? You have to educate me. You're an educator.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yes. And how I met you, and I think this is good for them to know, Applebee's off of Kempsville.
Mhm.
That's my second office. As a community leader, I am boots on the ground. I'm in the community.
Yep.
And then I started to see, I went to set up for an event early before Applebee's opens, which is 11 o'clock. I was there at 9, and I saw a group of students in there
Right.
that were doing prep work.
Mhm.
And so it was a whole new world.
Mhm.
It was students who was at that time from Tallwood High School,
Right.
and that's where I learned about CSEP.
Yes.
Now, the reason why I brought you on this show, because I want everyone to know when you go into a business, I want you to see if you see individuals who have special needs that are serving you. What I started to see is a decline
Mm.
of those who have special needs
Mhm.
in the stores that we visit.
Mhm.
And there used to be in every store that I went to, I remember.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, so as a part of what I do as a councilman, as a community leader,
Mhm.
is to let people know that their special needs community are a part of our community.
Sure.
They make our community. So if you have a job, they have a job.
Mhm.
I've got a prom coming up, which I'm not going to advertise now, but we've got a prom coming up in August,
Yeah.
August
We're
29th.
excited to go. Yeah.
Right? And so that's to tell them that when we have proms,
Mhm.
you too.
Yes.
And so I was just amazed to see that they were doing prep work, that they were there. They were even host.
Yep.
And it's your professionals, your colleagues who prepare them.
Mhm.
Talk to me about some of the degrees or when they receive, some of them when they graduate, the
Mhm.
age,
Mhm.
and then the different diplomas
Okay.
or certifications that they receive.
So in the state of Virginia, our students can graduate with a standard diploma, and there's also an advanced diploma, which means you have more verified credits and more credits towards that diploma, or they have the applied studies diploma. And it, I think I always talk to our families and our staff about this as well. It's looking at what is life going to be like for that student. Where will they be supported in a living environment? Where will they be able to either volunteer, or who's going to help them be in the community if they're not able to do so themselves? Or are they going to go into a trade school or a college, or just the, work in the workforce?
Right.
And it's throughout the journey of high school, it's making sure that we're setting them up for success. So if we are working with students who we, on their IEP, it says that they're going for a standard diploma, then they're taking all those credits, they're taking all those SOL tests, and then they are going to be hopefully in the workforce and looking for what's most important to them. For other students, it's looking more like community participation and more like a daycare program, or like a day support program for them. And those are just as meaningful to them because they're out doing what's exciting for them. But sometimes our students aren't quite ready for that unless we're helping them along the way. So we want to work in the classroom. We want to work in our school communities, and give them as much experience and exposure that we can, so that way when they leave us, they're able to do it themselves and be as independent as possible.
No, I love that. Thank you so much. We had a person that was online who popped up and said, "Nice show."
Oh, that's nice.
So
thank you.
I want to tell you that people are watching.
Oh, that's great.
And they're tuning in. This is a segment that you want to re-watch. And
well,
what?
I agree. I think transition is something that we can talk about for hours and hours and hours. And in my opinion, like if you're a teacher and you're going into and you want to educate students, the end goal is to help them be as independent and successful as possible when they leave us.
Right.
And what that road looks like is different for all students. So I think that's where that's my heartstrings.
I've got to go on break. With that being said, we will be right back.
From the heart of the coast where the waves rise high, they magazine we lift and amplify. Stories of love, of strength, of pride. Giving back, standing tall, side by side. We are the rhythm, we are the voice. Community rising, making bold choice. On short drive, we shine, we soar. They magazine forever, evermore.
Okay, we're back. And again, I'm with my guest, Jami
Come on.
Bittner.
Thank you. He knows this. I thought we were like colleagues / friends at this point. Didn't you give me that title?
No, but that's why you have, yes, that's why you went to school for occupational therapy.
Yes.
Therapist.
Yes.
Are you a therapist?
I'm an occupational therapist.
Okay.
There's a lot of different types of therapists.
Well, I need help. Obviously, I
think
cannot
that's where you were going with
pronounce
it.
your name.
Okay. Yes, that would be speech therapy.
Anyway, so tune in if you want to be laughed at, right? So one of the important topics that we are discussing today, which is very important, CSET.
Mm-hmm.
It's an abbreviation. And tell us again the abbreviation for CSET.
Yeah, and it's SECEP, so it's Southeastern Cooperative Education Programs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's honestly, this for students to come to CSEP, it's a decision made by the school LEA and the IEP team. It's what is best for the student in their environment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you can, set an application in for your student. It's something that's made within the school systems for them if they need the support of CSEP. It's a more restrictive environment for them to come to CSEP based off of whatever they're going through or their behaviors. And we have different programs. We have students that are there have autism. We have students who have like an emotional disability. So there's a lot of different reasons why our students come to us. But I think the main goal is always to do what's best for them and to get them back to their base school where they can have more support.
Okay.
At their base school and get back to baseline, or out in the community to do what is most meaningful to them.
When I toured Tallwood High School, I went through the security checks.
Well, you went to Renaissance. Is that what you mean?
Well, I went to Tallwood
too.
first.
Well, you did go to Tallwood and then you went to Renaissance.
It looks like you need memory.
No, I thought you were
therapist.
moving on.
You're a memory therapist.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I thought you had moved on to Renaissance.
No.
Go ahead.
So I went in, I did my security check,
Mm-hmm.
right? I wore my badge.
Mm-hmm.
And there on the second floor, I went to several classrooms.
You did. Mm-hmm.
In these classrooms, that's where I saw the light.
Yeah.
These teachers are wonderful.
I know. They're
right?
amazing. Yeah.
And they were teaching them. I came on the day where they were making tacos.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the television, there was some theme about Hispanic theme that was on television that helped reinforce the Spanish food that they were making.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just so enriched with teaching them skills visually, kinetically, right?
Look at you. Yes.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
I went to school.
Yeah, that's good. Well, all our students all learn differently, and I think that is that's part of it. I mean, however we can help them learn is how we want to teach. So it's always providing a visual or giving that auditory direction or making sure the environment is conducive for what they need. And so I'm glad you picked up on that.
Well, and then I went to one area which I love numbers. I love counting things and putting things in order. There was one classroom that was set up like a grocery store. Now, to me, that's where if what we are reinforcing to the community is that they belong in the community. And so we need to make it normal for when you see them, you see us. it shouldn't be when you see them, you go, who's that? Do they have help? No, because they've gone through our schooling where
Sure.
you've taught them how to do grocery shopping,
Mhm.
using their register.
Mhm.
I've seen that.
Yes. Well, and I think so if you look at a grocery store, there's a lot of different, for our students, there's a lot of different reasons why they would go into a grocery store.
Mhm.
So maybe a student's going in because they just want to go get a snack that they're
Mhm.
excited to buy.
Mhm.
And they're able to go and just make that one purchase, and they're working on counting their money, and they're just participating in the community by going and buying groceries in
Okay.
the grocery store. And then you have students who want to look at all the different jobs within a grocery store. So you mentioned the cashier, or maybe there's someone who's stocking the
Mhm.
shelves, and maybe they're looking at that as these are things that I would enjoy doing. And then it's what do I need to be successful doing that job?
Yeah.
And for some of our students, they might need somebody supporting them and helping them one-on-one, or they might need just a shortened day or visuals.
Vision.
So it's really tapping into what their strengths, interests, preferences, and needs are.
Okay. Now we're getting ready to get into the meaty nitty gritty.
Nitty gritty.
I believe that you have this passion to really start your own, right? And not that you're going to do it, but we've kind of had a conversation because we're not speaking on behalf of CSEP or the school district. We're just two community people who are community leaders having a conversation about special needs and how that takes effect in the high schools and how we prepare the special needs community for workforce development.
Right.
But as for your own aspirations, what are you thinking about?
Well, I have to say that you've really been a good support with this, making me think a little outside the box some. And I've thought about this a lot. And I had my own business at one point when I was living in North Carolina, and I did exactly this. I've always had this passion for transition and working with kids that are middle school and high school age and post-secondary. And I feel like sometimes there's some roadblocks, and my OT brain works very similar as, if I were to be working in a hospital with a patient who has a traumatic brain injury or a spinal cord injury or just, hip replacement. The goal is always to get them back to those meaningful occupations. And for some of our students in high school and then after high school, it's what is most meaningful to them. And looking at it from a task analysis perspective, where you can break down the steps that are needed for them to be successful, look at the environment to see what they would need to be successful. I kind of have that different perspective on transition because I use my OT brain in a way to think about it from what their needs are. And I just don't know if there's enough support for families in this area for that age of student, like after high school.
Right.
So I was thinking about starting something up just to kind of support that more and looking at it from all different levels and perspectives of post-secondary students. So
you hear that? You hear it first here. This is why you've got to tune in. You can watch SKST.
You got it.
Street Grind. I know I saw it somewhere. Street Grind.
Okay,
Yeah, it's over there.
Okay.
Right? Yes. So we're grinding right now.
Okay.
You're going to start your new business.
Okay.
What's the name? Give us the name.
So
You're going to grind.
Okay. So in occupational therapy, we use this phrase a lot. It's called Just Right Challenge. Because when you work with a patient or a client or a student, you don't want the challenge to be too hard because then they will give up and they're going to get frustrated. And you also don't want it to be too easy because then they're not motivated and they don't see the value. So it needs to be that just right challenge. So I was thinking if I were to do anything, it would be called maybe just right transition services.
Now think about that. Just right transitional services.
With OT.
With OT.
We'll figure out how that goes.
You've got to put that in there somewhere.
We'll put that in
But
there.
we were thinking about just right because it almost sounded like Disclaimer, we're not using this, but
But I
like-
did think that too, though, when you said
like Nike,
it. Just do it.
just do it.
So we're gonna just do it. It's gonna be just right.
It's going to be just right because we're just going to do it.
I guess.
Just do it. So just right is going to be a
just right transition
transition
services.
services. Okay. Just right. Transition services is going to be on the horizon.
Mhm.
So where can people find out about you now? You may not have a professional page, but
Mhm.
where can they find out more information about you or who you are? Instagram.
Yeah, it's I'd like to. I think I'm gonna go with that just right. So I would say, look, I'll be coming up with and a Facebook or an Instagram.
It's on
Yeah.
television. Just right.
Oh,
You're not
that's
supposed to look
right.
there, but you're supposed to look
You
here. No, I know. Look right here.
Down. Yeah, just right.
Mhm.
Transition services, and you'll be able to find it on Facebook, Instagram, and on there I will have all the contact information for you soon.
Good.
We're still in the process of developing it.
I mean, so we just
First
revealed
time.
this
You
first
did.
time.
You did.
Right?
You, like literally just pulled it out of my brain. No, I did look into this and I have thought about it. And thank you for your support and your ideas with that. And I do think there's a need. And there's so many families that, they don't know what to do next. And it goes so fast. I mean, I have a daughter who is 18 going to college, and it goes so fast. And then all of a sudden you have to make these decisions and know exactly what to do. And
Mhm.
I think, and it's a challenge. I mean, it was a challenge for me helping her. So I want to be able to help families and, but also help those students with whatever skills that they need.
Terrific. Just right.
Transition services. You have to put that
Transition.
part
Oh,
in there.
we have to put that in.
Yes.
Okay. I just like saying just right.
I know you do.
So here we go. We are off to something that really is going to help our community. I want people to tune in. Where can they watch SKST radio podcast? Where can they watch this show?
So on their website, they
Yes.
have, YouTube,
YouTube,
Facebook. Are we on Facebook?
Facebook.
It is on Facebook.
It's on Facebook too.
Okay. I know it's
And
on-
Twitch.
Okay, yes, that's on Twitch. You can do
Okay.
that. There's a couple different stations on YouTube, I think.
On YouTube too.
Yep.
So you guys make sure, send this, share, like,
Mhm.
and subscribe.
Yes.
You can do that.
Yes.
I'm going to be wrapping up. And before I do, we talked about who, what, when, where, why.
The why.
Give us the why. Give the listener, the audience, why are you who you are?
Mm.
Why?
It's funny because when I went to grad school to become an occupational therapist,
Mhm.
I didn't realize that I had this little thread that has been following me ever since before I, graduated from college. And that is that I just like working with students who
Mm.
are struggling because I see so much value in them when I meet them and I talk to them, and they blow me away. Like they pull on every little heartstring. I mean, it's just, and then when you see how society can kind of treat them or kind of push some things aside because that's just who they are, it's like, no, you have no idea what they're capable of. And I've been doing that. I was in a juvenile justice school down in Tallahassee. And I mean, it was one of the hardest, most challenging places I've ever worked, but it was also the most rewarding. So it's just followed me. I was a life skills teacher. It's like and then I went into OT and I was already teaching life skills. I'm like, well, this is everything is just snowballed into this, like what it is. But, I have some students who I took them to a welding program, QED systems. And then we also went and looked at Portsmouth, and they want to be welders now because they're able to see what welding actually looked like.
Wow.
But then they decided like,
Wow.
I like welding, but then I had no idea that there was these other jobs out there for me.
Wow.
I have another student who was looking at becoming a merchant seaman, and he had no idea that was something that he'd be able to do. And
That's
and now
right.
he's going into that.
That's right.
I have students who have looked at getting their their commercial driving license or have gone into cosmetology programs. So it's just, and these are students who I think just graduating high school was the goal. And now they're looking at doing other things. And for me, that is just fantastic. So
we're out of time. This was wonderful. Thank you for being my guest.
Thank you for
Please
having
come
me.
back.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.